What is going on, people? I am here for, if you couldn't tell by the title, another movie review. I was about to show it a little bit ahead of time, but this movie was sent over to me by the people at RLJE Films. They partner with Shudder. It seems like a lot of the Shudder releases are put out by RLJE. So this one happens to be one that I did not hear about. There's some that I know, are getting released to Shudder. For those of you who don't know, Shudder is like the Netflix of horror. So pretty much it's straight up horror movies. And from, the early days, like the 60s and 70s, to new age stuff. So they do have, older stuff, but then they also have exclusives or originals, original shows and such. So this one, like I said, is put out by RLJE Films. This will get released March 15th, and the movie is called The Boy Behind the Door. Before I get into this review, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I do upload more stuff like this, whether it be reviews or unboxings or whatever, hit that bell button and you'll be notified every time I do. The Boy Behind the Door. This was written and directed by David Charbonier. Probably horribly butchered that name, like always. And Justin Powell. They worked together on a few movies, it looks like. This is the first one. I want to check out other stuff because I really did dig this one. It stars Lonnie Chavis, who plays Bobby. Ezra Downey, who plays Kevin. Kristin Bauer Straten, who is another, like the top build among others. So pretty much this whole movie revolves around the two young boys, Kevin and Bobby. They're really good friends, and in the beginning of the film, they're either coming back from a baseball game or going to a baseball game. Well, anyway, they don't end up either going home or to the game because they end up getting kidnapped. And they end up, in this random looking, well, they can't see it because they're stuck inside, but a random house in the middle of nowhere. Don't know what's going on. So, it's every parent's nightmare. Their kids getting kidnapped. Well, both of them get kidnapped at the same time. But Kevin's the only one that kind of gets the worst treatment out of it, I guess you want to call it. I mean, Bobby has his own obstacles and stuff, but Kevin's the one who gets locked up in a room. You don't know what's going on at first, but as the movie progresses, you find out that there's a real dark message, but not a dark message, but there's a reason why they got kidnapped, and it's really dark. So anyway, Bobby kind of gets his way out, and now he's going through the house, trying to find a way out until he realizes, all right, now my buddy's kind of stuck in this house, so I got to find a way to get him out. So throughout the movie, you don't know who kidnapped them. You don't know why they kidnapped them. But as the movie progresses, not only do you find out why they were, but you find out who did it. So throughout the movie, there's different people in it. And it's like, can I trust them kind of deal? Like, what's their part in this? Pretty much it's Bobby. The first half is just trying to figure out a way to get to Kevin and get him out. So he's hiding under places, trying to find weapons and all this stuff, which this one gets pretty intense at parts that I was like, okay, didn't expect to see that. But throughout the movie, like I said, you find out everything that's going on. You find out who did it, which was surprising to me, to tell you the truth. And then there's certain scenes that kind of have like a homage to some movies. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I kind of was thinking in my head as I went through. I'm like, I wonder if they were thinking about this movie at that point in time. Like the ambiance and stuff of this kind of has me. I don't know if other people thought of, but as I was watching this, the plot isn't anywhere near it. But it had like a People Under the Stairs type feeling. Like I said, in the People Under the Stairs, it's a cat and mouse game, but they're going through the walls and stuff. Bobby doesn't go through the walls, but pretty much he's hiding under beds or hiding in the bathroom or something like this, just to give himself time to figure out how he's going to, get Kevin out of this situation, but also hiding from these people that are kind of going through this house. I must say that the it's hard to explain. It's not like a straight up horror movie. It's more of a thriller, but it has horror aspects. The music in this really puts a tone to it. So as certain things are happening, you have that like sense of fear and sense of dread because of the music. So I must say the score for this is really cool, and just the overall like look of it. It's very dark at points and like not a lot of light to it. So you're always scared. You're always wondering what's going around the corner and such. I was very surprised with this one. Usually, like I said, I'll know about. I signed up to like an email or whatever for Shudder, and I know what's coming up. This one kind of fell under the radar for me and didn't know what to expect going into it, but I really did dig it. I think you guys would enjoy it as well. So like I said, this one does come out March 15th. What I'll do is I'll link what I always do actually. I'll link the trailer so you can check the trailer out. I'll also link the for the actual physical copy. I guess at this point in time you'll have to pre-order it or just wait until it comes out and then purchase it. But everything about this, the IMDb write-up and the names of the characters and stuff, or names of the actors, I always put in there. And like I said, the link for the trailer and the link for the actual physical copy. Also, what I'll do in the description, I'll also put all my other social media links. Not only do I have this YouTube page, I have a Facebook fan page, I got a Twitter, don't really use it. I have an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I started up a TikTok where I show off some movies. I'm part of the Wicked Horror Show. If you're into independent movies or, you're into independent movies, but on our podcast we have directors and producers and actors and actresses from those indie films, all in the horror movie genre. If we don't have guests on, we have pretty much an open horror movie discussion. But if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into independent horror, definitely check us out, The Wicked Horror Show. We go live on Tuesday nights. And then if you're more into the audio podcast side, we put it the next week. We used to put it out on Thursdays. Now it's on Tuesdays. So if you're into live videos and you want to join along and ask questions, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're more of the audio podcast listener, check out the Dorkening Podcast Network, pretty much wherever podcasts stream, and you can listen to us. So all that information will be in the links or in the description, all the links and stuff. And yeah, like I said, check out The Boy Behind the Door. March 15th it comes out. Really dug it. So just check all the information in the description. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.